Hello everyone, welcome to day 47 of my 90-day personal challenge to create positive videos. Today is day 11 of our relationship series and I'm super psyched about our topic. It's hot, hot, hot. Today we're talking about sex, baby. Yes, we are. So throw off your clothes and get on in here with me. I want to ask you today, where do you think sex begins? Most people believe sex begins in between the legs. I'm going to challenge that thought. I'm going to say that sex actually begins between the ears. What, Diane? Where are you going with this? Are you getting weird on us? Do we need to turn off the video? Now hold your horses. Keep those pants on, okay? Just hear me out and then make a decision, all right? All right, I'm saying sex begins right here in your brain between your ears. Your beliefs about sex, your desires towards sex, how you see yourself in sex, really affect your sexual energy and the kind of experience you want to have in relationships. Why is this important to explore? Because the deeper and closer you get to your authentic sexual energy, what do we mean by that? I will get there in a minute. The deeper and closer you get to your authentic sexual energy, the more you will express it out in the world. Now, many of us have a very wild, passionate, and intimate side inside of ourselves. But the way we were brought up keeps us from exploring that side of ourselves because it makes us feel dirty or insecure or bad in some way. Well, I want to say as we start to explore and connect with our authentic self and the kind of sexual energy that we have, whatever level that is, we can deal with those insecurities. And as we deal with those insecurities, open ourselves up to more of what we want and what that looks like. Okay, so is you take the time, and why does this begin in between the ears? Because when you take the time to see what your thoughts are about sex, if you're like conservative in the bedroom, you believe that sex should be with one person in one kind of position, in one kind of place, then that's the kind of sexual experience you're going to want to create if it's authentic. You may be another person that's in the totally opposite spectrum where sex for you is an extracurricular activity. This is just the fun space where you could have as much sex with as many people as many times a day as you can, and that's fun for you. Well, people on both sides of the spectrum, if it's coming from an authentic connection to yourself, that you have a deeper meaning towards sex, or you have a lighter, freer view on sex, if that's coming from an authentic space, then you will be able to feel very confident in your sexual experiences and what you want to draw into your life. However, if you're not connected with your authentic self, but you are being blocked by your insecurities, and you are keeping yourself from the fun and playfulness of sex because of how you were raised and the things you were taught about sex, then you're going to feel unfulfilled. You're going to feel like there's a lack. You're going to feel like there's a block, a wall between you and the sexual experience that you want to have. If you're on the other spectrum and you just use sex for playfulness, but it's not as fulfilling anymore. You really want a deeper level of intimacy, but you don't know how to get there. Connecting with your authentic self is where you go to get that. So you may have one side of you or another side of you, or be right in the middle, but connecting with your authenticity, your authentic energy is where you will get the answer and the passion and the connection and the intimacy to the kind of sexual experiences you want to have. So, exploring who you are and your sexuality is a very valuable tool in creating the kind of sexual experiences you want to have. Now, what happens if you are afraid to go into the space with another person? Well, honestly, you don't need another person to explore your sexuality. What? Where are you going with this, Diane? I know, I'm a little shy to even talk about it, but let's go there. I like to go a little wild, so let's go there. You can explore your sexuality on your own. In fact, I encourage it. As you connect with you and your sexuality, that connection is very intimate in itself. And it creates kind of confidence and courage to express it out in the world. So if you take the time to explore your sexuality, you will find a more exciting, playful and passionate side of yourself that can be developed in a very safe environment. Now, how can we do this? Well, I'm going to say there are movies out there. Yes, yes, yes. Not that I've watched them. There are books you can read out there. Everybody wants to be a bookworm. They say if you read books, you're smarter. And there are groups you can join. And why are these very valuable? Because if you go on the sexual journey of discovering yourself and use some of these resources to do it, it might feel safer for you. And as you do this and start to explore your sexuality in these different realms, it will help you open up more to the experience that you want to create. As you explore the different areas of sexuality that you feel connected with, you will see what you like and what you don't like. As you discover your likes and dislikes, you're able to express that better in a relationship. You're better to express that out in the dating world, and you have confidence to do that. Now, if you're insecure in yourself and your sexuality, you're going to bring that into the relationship. So why not get it out and learn your sexuality before you get into the relationship, instead of having to deal with all that noise in the middle of a relationship, right? Once you connect with yourself and build that confidence in yourself, you bring in a level of passion that can be unmatched to anything you've experienced. I mean, let me ask you, have you ever been in the bedroom with someone and you felt really, really insecure and uncomfortable because you hadn't had sex in a long time, or maybe you've never had sex, or you don't even know what you like or how to get yourself there? Well, help your partner by learning how to get yourself there. If you don't know what I mean by get yourself there, well, check a future video that I might make in about 10 years once I get through the awkwardness of how I'm feeling in sharing that point with you right now. However, sex can be something that's really, really fun, but it's important for you to connect with who you are and build your own confidence in your sexuality in order to bring the experiences that you want to create. So many people have different ideas about sex, and they bring that into the bedroom, and it can either liven up a relationship or it can drain a relationship. And so understanding what level of sex that you enjoy and who you are in that space can really change the dynamic of your entire relationship. So I want to include with that, if you are in a relationship right now and you're feeling less passionate and you're feeling less connected and you're feeling bored, well, again, it's in between the years that the dynamic can change. You could start focusing on the kind of passionate experience that you want to create for your partner and yourself. Start visualizing them dressed a certain way or you dressed a certain way. Start setting in your mind the kind of mood you want to create or the adventure that you want to experience with your partner. As you start to really focus positively on the energy of sexuality within yourself that you want to create for you and your partner, the ideas will start to come up on how to make that happen. You will start already exuding that sexual energy, and you could be doing this days before you actually make the event or the date, and your partner will start to feel it. You can start prowling a little bit in little ways, like giving a little kiss here or being playful there, maybe buying a little gift, here and there. You will get ideas that will move you forward in the kind of experience you want. So sexuality actually begins right here in your head. So as you create the momentum of sexuality for you and your partner, you will set the tone for the kind of experience you want to have. And I want to say, let's take responsibility for that. Because when you take responsibility for your own sexuality, you set the tone for the power and the passion and the intimacy you want to create. And you will get to see how open your partner is to that experience. If they're not, but they're willing to be open, you can explore another world that could really put fireworks into your relationship. However, if they have very different views about sex than you do, it could really drain a relationship and put the fires out. And why would we want to do that with sex? Sex is a beautiful, fun, intimate, wild place that we could have fun and release tension in our bodies from and create deeper bonds with and explore what love is through this fun, engaging action. So why not take the time to invest in learning about your sexuality and the kinds of experiences you want to have, and then put that out in the world. I want to say too that you can really feel a person's sexual energy. So pay attention. When you're around people, you can feel how open they are to their sexuality. And then you can decide from there if that's something you want to draw closer to or you want to move away from. I do want to say, take ownership of your sexuality. Whatever level you're at, take ownership of it. Just be at peace with it and feel confident in it. And you will absolutely 100% attract that level of intimacy and sexuality that you exude. I hope this video was of some value to you. I didn't blush, I don't think, so I made it through. And I had fun talking about sex. So if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to me on YouTube. I'm also on Facebook and Instagram. Anyhow, I hope you have an amazing day, and I hope you see something beautiful. And I truly hope the most beautiful thing you see today is you. I'll see you on the next video.